What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I'm back with another video. This is another in my top 5 series where I take a director, sometimes recommended, sometimes not recommended, and I go ahead and give you my top 5 favorite films from that director. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I think they're always their best movie. It's just my personal favorite from each director. And this week, I'm going to be doing a director who I really love. I like a lot of his movies, so this one was kind of hard to narrow it down. Like, my list is my list, and they are my 5 favorite, but it was tough. It was tough. And his name is Brian De Palma. So I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite Brian De Palma. But before I get into it, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel. Just go ahead and click the subscribe button, the bell icon. That way you get notified every time new videos drop. And give me a thumbs up down below. If you like Brian De Palma as a director, give me a thumbs up. And if you don't like him as a director, give me a thumbs up also. And please leave a comment with your top 5 favorite Brian De Palma films. Okay, so again, this was tough. Now, I like a lot of his movies. My number 5, though, and this is one I just watched recently, and it already moved up already to the top 5. I was going to go with a movie called Sisters. That was my previous number 5. I think that movie is really, really good. But then I watched this, and I was like, nope, this one is it. And it's going to be John Travolta, Nancy Allen in Blowout. Blowout is, it has all the elements that make De Palma who he is as far as the technical stuff, split screen and a lot of the camera shots that he likes to do, people in the foreground and then the background also showing. And the performance from Travolta is really good. John Lithgow is in this as he's like villain in the movie. Really good thriller. He is a thriller filmmaker I know a lot of people say he like modeled his stuff after Hitchcock. I don't think they're that similar, except that they both make a lot of thrillers. Maybe some of his techniques are a little similar, but he's his own guy, in my opinion. So that's my number 5, Blowout, a really good thriller if you have not seen it. Okay, now moving on to my number 4, and that's going to be Scarface, starring Al Pacino. Scarface is one of those movies that I legitimately really enjoy. It's a little long, which always keeps it from being in my top for me, because there is some that's, the pacing in the middle is kind of slow, but that's okay. Overall, I think Pacino's great in that movie. Michelle Pfeiffer, beautiful, fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. I don't like it as much as other people I know do like it better than me. As far as like gangster films, I wouldn't put it in my top 3 or anything like that. But for De Palma, I do think it's one of his best movies. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great film. It's a very entertaining movie, if very far-fetched, but very entertaining. All right, my number 3 is going to be Carrie. So this is, of course, a Stephen King adaptation. Sissy Spacek in this. Piper Laurie as the mom. Again, John Travolta. Nancy Allen isn't like a ball, but I know they were married, so that's probably why. But Carrie is, to me, a perfect film. A 10 out of 10 classic horror film. Do I find it scary or anything? Not really. But as far as a well-executed Stephen King adaptation movie, I think it's fantastic. I think Sissy Spacek, her performance, like you really feel for her in the early stages and really throughout. I think the funny thing with the movie is when I was younger, I thought that like the end was going to be a lot crazier as far as when she starts using her powers and things like that. It's pretty short. Like that whole part is pretty short. She does kill a lot of people, but it happens in a short span of time. It doesn't drag out as long as you might think it does if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it is a very well acted, very well directed, great music. He always used this composer, Pino something. I forget his name. Sorry, Pino something. Look him up. His music, all his movies have like this Italian sounding music, and this one's no different, but the score is great. Absolutely love that movie. All right, my number 2 is going to be an 80s film, and this is The Untouchables, with, of course, Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro. Just one of my favorite sort of cops and robbers movies, I guess. They're not really robbers, but, cops and bad guys, I guess, movies. I love The Untouchables. I think it is wildly entertaining. As far as De Palma-isms, like direction-wise, it doesn't feature like his most of what he does great. And he does have the slow-mo scene with the carriage at the end when it's going down the stairs and stuff like that. But for the most part, he avoids some of the things that he does in a lot of his earlier films, like Dress to Kill, or like I said, Sisters, or even Blowout. It's a little more, I guess, commercial than some of those earlier movies, but no less good. It is fantastic. And my number one, I love this movie. My number one is going to be Carlito'S Way. Al Pacino, Sean Penn. I mean, John Leguizamo is in this, of course. Viggo Mortensen. It is, I mean, that movie is so good. I just love it. I love the whole I'm not a big fan of voiceovers, but for whatever reason, I love the voiceovers in this. Sorry, boys. When he starts talking to himself and he's narrating the whole thing. Carlito'S Way is a great movie. Another one that doesn't have all the De Palma isms that some of his earlier films have, but I mean, I love that film. Special shout out, like I mentioned, Sisters. I love that movie. Dressed to Kill is another one I really like. His later stuff wasn't as good. You know, Femme Fatale, Black Dahlia, like they're okay. Like 70s and 80s, De Palma, absolutely the man. So there are my top 5. Again, Blowout, Scarface, Carrie, The Untouchables, and Carlito'S Way. So please let me know down below, what are your top 5 favorite Brian De Palma films? I would love to see them. And of course, stay tuned for next week when I break down my top 5 Guillermo del Toro films. Until then, take it easy.